10 years on YouTube. I don't know if I like the way I said that, but I'm not doing it again.
But see, if you would come right here and do something cute, that'd be a great intro. That is absolutely perfect. Yeah, that was perfect.
Hello new friends, hello old friends, and welcome to my channel. For those who don't know, my name is May. I don't think ahead very often. And today actually, the day that you're watching this, if you're watching this on the day that it came out, so I guess I should be saying the day that this comes out, is officially my 10 years on YouTube. Right? To be clear, this channel is not 10 years old. This channel is only 3 years old. There we go. But I actually had 2 channels before this. And the very first of those went up on December 15th, 2015. That feels like so long ago now, but I mean, I guess it was. The first channel that I had that was up in 2015, it was a challenge channel. Do you guys even remember challenge channels? I had a co-host and we did challenges. We did Bean Boozled, we did the 7-second challenge, we did blindfolded drawing and stuff like that. We did not do the chubby bunny one where you put a bunch of marshmallows in your cheeks until you literally choke and die. We did not do that. And we were out of the game long before Tide Pods were a thing, so don't be dumb. Okay, I'm gonna give a bunch of unsolicited life advice, right? Just don't be dumb is the first piece of advice that I have for you. Anyway, so yeah. It started as a challenge channel, and then that got stupid, so we changed it to a horror-themed unboxing and horror movie review channel. And then YouTube was like, actually, that's too mature, you need to make more child-friendly. So we switched to food and toy reviews. But then YouTube was like, hang on, you can't be too child-friendly. No more toys. So, basically we were sitting there, it's like, what's left? We can eat. Respectfully. So, that's kind of what it deteriorated into. And then, the co-host that I had at the time, not Jin the cat from the intro, she was the best co-host. Oh, I miss her so much. But no, I had a human co-host in the first channel. We had a falling out. Which brings me to the next piece of unsolicited advice. If your best friend tells you that they have cancer, put the phone down. If you don't, and they say, I'm offended, don't make it about you. Life advice. So anyway, I tried to keep the old channel going for a couple of years, but I just wanted something that was just like mine, you know? Like this is just mine. So basically by the end of it, it was the same content as this channel. So I'm not going to tell you to go like find it or whatever. Quite frankly, I'm not even sure it's still there. Everything on there would be 3 years or older anyway. I'm not particularly proud of most of the videos, and some of the like the older ones broke some retroactive rules, and it may not even still be there, is what I'm trying to say. So there was that, and then the second channel that I had was a beauty channel. And that's how I learned that I'm allergic to everything. one of the videos that I did, I had a sample pack of Glam Glow face masks, and I was doing like swatches to see like if I could see on my arm any visible difference. And by the end of the video, it was swollen, it was red, I had to go take an antihistamine, it was horrible, and that's about the time that I just kind of gave up on that. Yeah. So that's my history here on YouTube. I have cake. So, because I guess my existence here on YouTube deteriorated into I eat stuff. I'm not upset about that. Like, I would be sitting here eating these even if I weren't on camera. Like, if you guys weren't watching this, I'm not gonna lie to you, I would still be eating at least one of these cakes. Not to myself all at once in one sitting, to be clear. This cake would last like a week and a half. So, here in Canada, we have a couple of like major grocery stores, but here where I am currently, we have 2 major grocery stores. So one of them is a Loblaws, and one of them is a Sobeys. If you're Canadian, you probably know those brands. I have no idea what their American equivalent would be. And if you're someplace that isn't the Americas, I have even less information. Also, hi! Oh my god, hi! I'm so glad you're here. Right, so I was going to do a side-by-side comparison of their cupcakes. So I went in looking for a chocolate cupcake, and I saw this. And I have a very distinct memory of, I swear, like a week ago, seeing almost this exact same thing at Loblaws. So I was like, I'm gonna grab that, and then I'll have like a bunch of sprinkle cakes, like a real celebration, it'd be awesome. I did not find the sprinkle cake at Loblaws. So this was the closest equivalent that I could find. Now, to be fair, if I had called ahead and actually ordered a cake or 2, that would have been a completely different story. This was just me walking in randomly, literally yesterday, because a bunch of stuff happened and I ran out of time. Couldn't find a direct comparison, unless we bought this and then went back to Sobeys and like exchanged this, and I'm not doing that. That's just ridiculous. So I'll be eating these 2 cakes. I should be trying. I'll be trying these 2 cakes. I'm not going to eat the whole thing. And I'm going to do that while I continue giving unsolicited life advice. I have a list of things that I want to talk about. So I guess first we're going to talk about YouTube itself. When it comes to social media and like YouTube and stuff, if the question is, would I recommend it as like a career path? The answer is absolutely not. No, do not come on social media being like, I'm gonna be the next big thing. 'Cause you're not. Well, you might be. You might be. But statistically, you're not. And I don't mean that to be mean. I mean that to be honest. Like, there are so many channels here. And also on TikTok, and also on, like, there are other platforms too. That's so oversaturated that the chances of someone actually hitting it big at this point are about the same chances as someone hitting it big in Hollywood. Like, some of you might be old enough to remember you had to like know people and like it was a whole thing for Hollywood. Well, that's what YouTube's turning into. Also, you need to remember, YouTube is a company. It's a company. And so is TikTok, and so is Instagram, and they're all companies. They care about their own bottom line, not yours. On my decade here on YouTube, I have learned that they don't care. They're not going to actively push your content unless you are making what they're already pushing. What they're already pushing changes. Like I said, my old channel started as one thing, turned into something completely different, and YouTube is still changing the rules as we speak. Social media is not a stable income. Do I think you should pursue it? Absolutely. If there's something that you're passionate about, like photography or cinematography, comedy, I like making videos, just goofy little these videos. I like making them, so I make them. But I don't think you should start something like this with the mindset that you are going to 100% make this your permanent career. Take the skills it gives you, take the editing knowledge that something like this will give you, and make that a career, or, you know, take your comedy on the road, or things like that. Don't rely solely on the social media. Never underestimate the power of garbage men. Like, I'm just saying, it's pays a lot. It's something that everyone needs done. It's pays a lot. And it's not like you have to work, like, all the time. Anyway, that kind of veered off to a completely different place. But yes, when it comes to social media, do I recommend it as a form of income? I do not. And that's not just me being bitter that I've never, ever, ever, ever been monetized. But that's fine. Like I said, I don't really care. Is this gonna look cool? This might look cool. It might look dumb. I don't know. So, while I set up this next couple of shots, I'm gonna talk about fandoms and generally not caring what people think. So, okay. Let me move you over, because we're gonna need this other shot. So, fandoms. I think that people in general should just like what they like. And if other people don't like that you like it, that's a them issue. Like, it's not actually your problem. Because I've had a lot of people get on my case about liking Five Nights at Freddy's. Like, oh, you're 40, why do you like Five Nights at Freddy's? It's for kids. And first of all, I like Five Nights at Freddy's because nostalgia. Like, the same reason everybody else does. Just because my nostalgia comes from growing up near an actual Chuck E. Cheese in Scarborough during the Bernardo murders. I'm just saying, FNAF hits a little different after that. But ultimately, I don't have to justify my appreciation for a franchise to someone else, and neither do you. Also, $13 for this. For this. Anyway. So this is the part where I have to stop myself from going on a Five Nights at Freddy's tangent. Because I want to info dump so bad, and I don't have any FNAF friends right now. Well, I mean, I have friends, but they're not really into FNAF anymore, which is fine. People change, people grow. Oh, this dress is so squeaky, and I'm not even mad. It's really hard to do this in a way that we can both see. Yep. That's how I wanted that to work. That's fine. Oh no. I completely forgot a fork. Back and no idea what I was talking about. Something about FNAF, I think. Oh yeah, I'm trying not to info dump. This kind of smells weird. And no, I don't think I can elaborate on what I mean by weird. That probably looks awful harrowing on camera, but I promise my hand was not directly in front of the knife when I did that. And yes, I know you probably couldn't see a whole lot of anything. No offense, but when it comes to big knives, I'm going to be paying attention to what I'm doing and kind of less where the camera is. I hope you understand. That's actually really cute. I don't really know what I was expecting, but that's kind of adorable. Okay. Switching camera angles. I don't know what kind of life advice I should give next. Maybe some relationship advice? My partner and I have been together for like 20 years or so. So I think I'm qualified to give relationship advice. So let's see. Don't be a dick. No, but seriously, like when it comes to relationships, just in general, you know, not even just like romantic ones, just in general. Just be honest and be open and be clear. I think one of the reasons why my partner and I work so well is that we're both neurodivergent. So when we communicate, it's very blunt. It's very, this is a fact. What do we do about it? Kind of deal, you know? And it also helped us think outside the box. So we have two types of forks in our house. We have these little ones that I like, and we have big ones that he likes. And for a while, we just kind of like chucked them all in together, and we had to like dig through them. And then we separated them, like one was on the top rack and one was on the bottom, and then both of us decided that neither of us wanted to be the one to have to lift the thing to get our fork. So what we did was we put them in the drawer instead of having like this or like this, because it didn't quite fit like this. We put them like this. They fit perfectly in the drawer. Big ones on one side, little ones on the other. So when it comes to relationships, don't blame each other for a problem, blame the problem for being a problem. Does that make sense? Like, it wasn't, why am I always the one that has to open the thing? It's like, you know what, this is stupid. How do we fix it? So that's my advice when it comes to relationships. Just be as blunt as possible. So I think that's everything I wanted to say. Social media is not stable. Relationships are stable, but only if you aren't a jerk and you just like talk like normal people to each other. This much respect goes so far. And fandoms. Okay, one thing that I will say, one last thing about fandoms, is that in particular, specifically the Five Nights at Freddy's fandom, Scott was making it up as he went along. No, it doesn't make sense. No, it's not going to make sense. The closest thing to a straight story we're going to get is the movies. And that's all I have to say about that. But no, seriously, I love this fandom. I'm supposed to be eating cake right now. So, these cakes. Like I said, I did a very bad job at making them one-to-one comparison. This is completely crumbled into pieces. So easy. Probably my fault though, because I'm just bad at this. Although I did notice that Loblaws together. I'm also noticing that I think these are different kinds of cake. Like, is this... Or maybe they're both supposed to be sponge cake. Huh. Okay, well. Into the Sobeys one, shall we? So, I literally have no idea what flavor this is supposed to be. I just grabbed it because there were sprinkles. Oh, there are definitely sprinkles. Okay, hang on, let me try some of this middle bit that I think might be caramel? Just a bit of everything. I don't think it was caramel. If it was the blandest, most flavorless caramel I've ever tasted. Loblaws. There are no mystery swirls in this one. Very, very crumbly. Okay. I don't like either of these. The Loblaws one is sweet and cake-like. Eating it, it reminds me of like a children's birthday cake, because it is a children's birthday cake. It's very crumbly, but also sticky. It's crumbly and sticky. See, it crumbles, but then it like sticks. So that's how I feel about that. If you know what I mean when I say children's birthday cake, it's like that extra level of sweet. It's like there's birthday cake and there's like this. And as for this, it's much denser. Much denser. It's also very sweet. This one is slightly less sweet than the other one, which is surprising considering it's got more sprinkles. I don't know. Neither of these are my favorite. Neither, what is that? Okay, so we know that I can't see, right? I'm mostly blind. Right here, this lines up with the wall, and it just looks really weird from where I am. I have no idea how it looks on camera. Hopefully as weird as it looks now, because I'm pointing it out, but I'm just gonna... There's nothing I can do. Anyway, so, cake. Thoughts, feelings, and opinions are... Taste is subjective. It's not a fair comparison. To be fair, it's not fair. Because they're different textures, I want to say they're different flavors. I think there's caramel in the Sobeys one, but it doesn't taste a lot different. So I thought there was going to be like an actual like comparison, but I literally can't. They're too different. And I don't really love either of them. I should have just got chocolate cupcakes. But there wasn't a one-to-one comparison there either, because they didn't have the same kind of like decorations and stuff, so that would have been different too. Anyway, really I just didn't want to sit here just talking. Like, I'm sitting here talking, obviously. I'm just gonna sit here and keep talking because that's what I do. But I don't know. I stuck with a hobby for 10 damn years. I deserve a cake. And, yeah. I have no intention of stopping anytime soon. I don't really have a whole lot else to say. I'm sure I'll think of a million things while I'm editing this. But... yeah. As a recap, in my Sobeys versus Loblaws thing that I was doing here, it's a draw. As for my life advice to everyone, again, I wouldn't recommend social media as a career choice. Have an alternate income first, and have appropriate savings and be financially stable, then worry about social media. And if you do get big and it takes off, awesome! I'm happy for you. If it doesn't, you have that backup. You need that backup. Also learn to budget. No matter how much money you have, learn how to budget it, because that's important. And like what you like, be who you are, and if other people have a problem with it, it's their problem. With the caveat that there is a time and place for everything. Be who you are, but also be appropriate for the time and place that you are existing. So yeah, time and place, but ultimately, be you. Like what you like. Do what you want, as long as you're not hurting anyone, including yourself. That's all I gotta say. And be blunt with people. Be honest and open and neurodivergent. That's it. That's everything I have. Like I said, if you have any questions, thoughts, opinions, please comment below. I don't always respond, but I'm going to try really, really, really hard this time. And don't forget to like this if you like this. I'm not sure what this video was. I'm not sure what it's going to end up being when I'm done editing it, but thank you for watching it, especially if you're here still here, especially if you're still here. Yeah, you are deeply appreciated. If you're not subscribed yet, please do. Our goal is still 200 by March. I don't think I mentioned that in the beginning. I got distracted by the fact that I have to clean this up now. All of it. So, yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for existing. Thank you. Alright. Bye! So, be you, be who you are, but if you are someone who dresses like this, but you're going to a funeral, do you see what I'm saying?